Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Everybody Eat Show. So we got our two cameras on here today, so I feel special, right? So it's not too many places that have the space to have both cameras up, so it feels good. But welcome back to another episode of the Everybody Eat Show. Bensky and Edom, we're here with Rob and Mike from DrinKicks, man. Today is going to be a really good episode. Startups, entrepreneur, young, black, like it's a lot that we're covering. So it's going to be a good episode. So before we get started, if you're not following us, make sure that you're following us on all of our socials. Everybody Eat Show on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Make sure you're following us on YouTube, following our channel. That's where we have our episodes and all that good stuff. So, um, yeah, let's get it started. So, Rob and Mike. So whoever wants to go first can go first. Drain kicks, yo. Before we start that, I like to see how we met our guests, right? So networking. This was back, I think, in November 2022. It's March. It's crazy how time flies.
Did you slide in their DMs? No.
I didn't slide in their DMs. That's normally how we do people. We slide in their DMs. But shout out to Eman Perez, right? His name is on this podcast a lot, right? So he's introduced us to multiple guests. So again, shout out to you, Eman. But he hit me up talking about there was some event here downtown at the 757 Collab building. He was like, just like pull up. I was like, I bet, like I like these things. And then that's why I ran into Rob and some other people that hopefully we can get on the show. But we started chopping it up, told me about DrinKicks. I was like, hey, in the new year, once we start recording again, we'll do an episode. So here we are.
Sure.
All right. So again, networking, word of mouth, all that good stuff. That's how you grow, right? We were talking about that the other day.
Definitely.
You know, network. Yeah, then you talking about the network between you guys. So that's how we met. And so let's get started. So if you can introduce yourselves, where you from, what do you do, and then we get the conversation rolling.
Sir, so I'm Michael Fletcher, Chief Imagination Officer at DrinKicks, and from Portsmouth, Virginia, man.
And I'm Robert Soleil, Chief Marketing Officer at DrinKicks. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay. So DrinKicks, for the people that don't know, people who've never heard of it, what is DrinKicks? What is it about? What do you guys do?
All right. So specifically though, I I know you guys have a broader team, but are you to the creative minds? Do we have like the creative minds of it here, or
Yes.
the
So I'm
birthers? Okay.
one of the co-founders of DrinKicks. Christine Reynolds is our other co-founder, and Christine Lee. Brought Rob on as a CMO. Douglas Smallwood is our CTO. And we have, some partnerships and relationships with a lot of businesses in the 757 and some athletes from the 757. So it's a nice community, man. Nice community. All about sustainability and, pushing forward progress
Yeah.
for our people.
Okay. So story behind it.
Yeah.
How did it start?
So essentially, I met Christine, right? She's not here, but I was on the phone with her, and we were just talking. And my current day job, I work with Adidas, and in the past, I worked with Adidas. I went to Pencil Footwear Academy, so sneakers has been a part of my life. Obviously, collector, all that, right? And she found out about it, and we were just having a genuine conversation on the phone. And I was like, man, I wish it wasn't so much consumption, right? I was looking at people posting sneakers. I ain't get I got an L, or
on
I ain't get the
sneakers.
shoes, or people robbing people's shoes. And I was like, people don't even know what they're buying. But obviously, I'm coming from a biased standpoint of being a designer, sneaker designer. So I'm like, people need to learn more about shoes. So I made a joke let's make the Snapple for sneakers. You buy a drink and it got a sneaker fact in it, and it was just this idea. And she was like, "What would you call that?" And just kind of sat there for a second, and I was like, "Oh no, man! Like drinking your kicks or something. I don't know, drink kicks." And then I wrote it out with 1K, and I was like, "Man!" I just sat on it for a week, and I was just like, "Nah, it has to be something, right?" So we started out saying, "Okay, we're gonna make these drinks with these sneaker flavors." And we're gonna be a sneaker CPG company, which is consumer packaged goods company. We're making sneaker flavored juice. Boom, we're gonna do it. And then at some point, somebody asked me "Yo, you gonna actually make shoes?" And then I was thinking to myself how we gonna make shoes from? And then it took me back to my sneaker, and I'm like, "Yo, you can actually make suede from plastic. You can make wood from plastic. These are recyclable materials that people actually use. They take the certain plastics, Recycled plastic. They usually come in like a tent bottle, and you can actually turn it into new material. And then inside these juices was these different flavors. You got apple, you got grape, you got pineapple. And I'm like, oh man, you could create apple leather. So then I started thinking like, oh man, you could actually use the waste to create new materials, and not really new materials, but existing sustainable materials. And that's when it became okay. We could take this bottle and we could turn it into the shoe, right? You already see that though. You see it with Adidas. You see it with other companies using plastic bottles to make shoes, but there's not one company that is taking the waste from what they have and actually making a new product. Coca Cola, you buy the soda, and then either you recycle it or it's outside somewhere in the ocean or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really it. So we started thinking about how do we take the end of life process and make it into a business. Like, what happens next with this product? Like, after you consume it, then what do you do with it?
Yeah.
And how do we educate people on what to do with it? And that's really like the ethos of DrinKicks and how it all started. All right, how do we create a company where we're taking food waste and recycled materials and making new things? The circular economy, right? And it's reimagine, reuse, re-engineer, like things that we already have. And in a way, it teaches you how to be grateful. Like, what do I have right now that I could use to make something? Or am I going to just go to the store and buy something else, then I might not use it, then what happens? So when you start doing a little more mindful behaviors or activities, it'll open you up to a world of things that you probably never knew existed.
That's what's up. So, how do you get involved?
Definitely meeting up with Mike one day. He was just like, shot me the idea. He was like, hey, man, this is what we doing. Where do you fit in? I came in, was like, hey, I can do this, this, and this. And this is where I fit in.
What's the system?
Definitely Web3 side of it, NFTs, that type of thing, development, marketing. I love marketing. I'm a people's person. So
Yeah.
Clientele, anybody, I can talk to anybody. I can talk to anybody in a room about anything and be comfortable.
Yeah.
So.
Did either of you have prior experience before coming in, or was this like first time, like in terms of like entrepreneurship or like running a business?
Oh yeah, I had well, by trade I'm a graphic designer, so I do a lot of freelance. So like I kind of have my own agency, so I help athletes, music artists. Like I work with A$AP Rocky, I work with done stuff with Travis Scott, I've done stuff with Diddy and Master P and Mark Cuban. So in that clientele, I started to turn myself into a business. Like, okay, instead of being a graphic designer, I could be I could do the business of being an artist and say, okay, how can I build this for this person or make this for this person? And I started reaching out to people and creating my own situation. And then Doug, who's on our team, he was going to school for UI, UX, everything tech. And we was like, yo, I'm going to bring my thing together. What you got going on, we're going to create a tech company. And that's how it all, we started a tech company first. And then crazy enough, we did get offered $1 million for it, but our lawyer was like, nah, because she didn't really trust the deal. And that was like a major life lesson. And then the company, we ran out of money, right? We was going through this weird thing with Vans. Like, if you look at Vans virtual thing they have now, and their waffle, they have like a waffle coin. We actually was like in a situation with them because we had trademarked the waffle phrase for our company first. And they needed it for their new thing that they have out now. But we kind of like altered them from getting it because it was like, yo, we about to do this.
Yeah.
So, but eventually, the company ran out of money, so they was able to like go ahead and do what they have to do. So, and that's something that's important. Like, we black entrepreneurs in technology need funding. They need funding to continue to innovate. It's nothing different from what another group of people are doing. It's like, yo, we have the same. We can read the same. We can do the same work. We can have people that can do the same skills. It's just that when it comes to the funding in the communities, we don't have that to be able to last some of those hard times or things like that. They may alter the trajectory of your business.
So you say you do the Web3 side of things.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? What is managing the Web3 side of things in DrinKicks look like? Sorry.
Definitely like digital collectibles. We want to make people, understand that it's okay to have
like
ownership.
NFTs or.
Oh, you could call it NFTs, but you could definitely use the digital collectibles to get stuff from our app store or the store on our app, and definitely be able to come back and get new shoes, merchandise, more juice if we have the juice on the store.
So you guys thinking like with every purchase you give them like card or something with a QR code or even like a character on it, and that represents
Definitely. So you
free cleaning.
get on that app, saying you make your own avatar, and you be able to, use the digital code, your digital IP, saying to get more stuff for my app.
Yeah.
So you gotta have that Web3 part.
Yeah,
It's the future.
Definitely.
it's the future. So that kind of leads into one thing that we spoke about the other day, and I'm hearing is like this team, right? Like multiple people having like their own like roles and departments. So can you just talk about like the importance you've seen of just like having a team in place, and I guess maybe a little bit more about like how yours is structured or how you guys use it, how you guys fit in, so to speak.
Definitely. I think the word accountability comes into play when you have a team. You got to hold people accountable, you know what I'm saying, and understand that when being held accountable, it's important that people are relying on you for this part of your business.
Yeah.
So also building the team, you have to understand everybody's human. Everybody's got their struggles. Everybody's going through something. It's okay to, fall back and have somebody else have your back. A lot of us don't let anybody have our back. We got this. Oh, I got it myself. I'm going to do it by myself mentality, which is crazy, especially in the business world, because you rely on networking. Your network is everything in a business, and that's why it's important to us.
Yeah, you gotta have a team. When I was putting this team together, I was just thinking about, all right, all these people have talent, and I know if we come together, we can do something great. But I want you to do what you do at your job for us. Like, I want you to do what you naturally good at for us. I don't need you to be this person. I don't need you to be this person. I don't need you to be that person. I need you to be yourself. And whatever you do at work, it makes you successful. Do it here, because we're actually doing business. We're talking to people. We're on this podcast. We're talking to people. We gotta respect them and what they do, right? And so the people that are part of DrinKicks, we all are professionals. We all have been through things together, or we have mutual connection, and we building this like family atmosphere. We all trust each other. Yeah, we get into disagreements about things, but
You're supposed to.
you're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
And I think like we had a traumatic experience that happened to us in the company that brought us together, but at the same time propelled us to a new level. And I think that if we didn't have the right set of people, we would have never made it out that situation.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Can we speak more about that? Because you saw.
Nah,
you said,
we could save that for the second half.
for the second half. But we definitely have to get back to that because one thing that you did say, I'm pretty sure you said it. If not, then I heard it on the podcast this week too. But like, you can pretty much like with one person you can go fast, but if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, like you need others type joint. And then on Monday you were saying like, if it was one person, it would have been clipped. But you had 5 people to be able to make that joint overnight. So, again, that's something that just really resonates. And I just love seeing it with you guys, just like a young black team. Like that really just resonates with me a lot. I just love seeing it. I love hearing about it, and like it's young too. You said it's like been 2 years or so since. 2 years. So like that's the thing. Like when I hear you guys talk, I'm like, y'all been doing this for a while, right? Like years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it comes off. So like I respect and I admire that a lot. And it's like you can do a lot in 2 years with 5 people. Like it's not so much. Think like you need like a huge like team of like a huge team of this many people. You need this much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like no, like you just need like a few good men, right? Someone was talking about that. You just need like a few good, men, women, whatever. But you just need a few good people just to like, put their heads together and be about it. You can get it done. You can really get it done.
Especially if you sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sacrifice is a big part of it. I think a lot of people don't think about that, but we all sacrifice something to make this happen because we see the vision, and then we starting to see the fruits of our labor come through as well with the programs that we're in, the grants that we're getting, and the opportunities that we have. It's like, remember when we first had this conversation? Remember when it wasn't this, and it was just this deck with these ideas, or it was just this conversation. And then now you can actually tie back to memories from the company. There's things that happen, things that we've done, stages we've been on, and that's important. I feel like they should never forget that. And always, reiterate that. I say that all the time. Like, just remember where we was at first. It wasn't here.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
And definitely learning from your failures.
Yeah.
And fail forward. There's nothing to fail for. There's nothing to fail. Understand that you have to learn from your failures to grow. So failing forward is an okay thing. You growing from that. You learning from that. What's the next step?
Yeah.
just keep going, yo. It don't matter. Like if you get something wrong on the test, you still gonna be like.
Yeah, keep
Apply.
going.
Same
Keep
rules
going.
apply, you know?
So we spoke with Mike offline a few days back, and he mentioned Rob. Sorry,
I was like,
my bad. I thought I had that too. Damn. But you mentioned you guys are selling not only the shoe but the education behind just being conscious about your recyclables and all that. Can you get into how does that part of the business look like and how that will eventually all totally.
I want you to come in for the community aspect.
No, definitely.
So check me out. One, this market is $4.1 trillion, right?
What sneaker market, recycle market?
Just biomaterials.
Okay.
So new next gen materials, recycling, waste management, circular economy, all that. 4.1 trillion, I think. And either way, is up there, right? And if you look at brown and black people, we're not even in the 1% of that money. Why is that? It's not, it's not public knowledge. You got to actually look and say, oh, man, we're not even in there. It's because we're not being educated on what's next. And that could be due to circumstances. That could be due to geographical location. But it's a problem because a lot of people who are in other countries that are the same age or demographic are building these things. They're doing these things. And it's important for us to not only create sneakers, obviously, everybody loves that. It's the way to connect with everyone. But it's the few things that we all have in common. We all wear shoes. But in that, using the medium as the message to teach people about a new business, a new opportunity, a new future in which we can actually be a part of and also, make money and be able to create these sustainable communities, right? And not just sustainable as in green, but like sustainable as in let's keep this going. Let's keep this longevity. Let's create these opportunities for ourselves to, like we did back in the day. We had people that went to space. We created all kind of stuff. What? Like you can name everything. Like, oh my God. Right? Yeah. So it's like, what happened to that? Remember they was striving to do that. And I feel like what we all know and believe, like just from being an engineer or being in design or being in tech, or our person that's on our team is CPA, and she's also on a board of people who invest in other companies. It's like these people that look like us, and we're going after something that people are making money out of every day. You see those signs that say what? Carbon zero by 2030, 2045, 2050. Where do we fit in that? Why is it that you more likely to get hit by an autonomous vehicle if you're black? Why? Because we're not building those things. Why a lot of these things happening, right? Because we're not being educated on it. And the way we're being educated is not through the medium in which we consume the most.
Right. Okay.
It's old school stuff, right? I teach a class with Adidas kids in high school, right? And one student said, so we're going to be designing my shoes like on 2K. It's like, yeah. So, that's how you're grasping this right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to talk to you through the medium of which you are most comfortable with.
Get on their level, y'all. I keep saying that. You got to get on their level.
Come to the community.
The language they understand.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'll just pass it, Rob. I just had to say that first because it cannot go without being said. And more people need to be looking into the circular economy and the types of businesses that are in there. It's important for us to be a part of the future, like literally, for real. Yeah.
So you said community aspect, I guess.
Yeah.
So the community aspect is, you watch, just like you said, there's a group of us being black. Somebody's gonna have to look up to us. These kids, growing up, you didn't really see too much, visibility of an all black team running stuff, Adidas, Nike. You could go down the list, Yeah. So it's important for us to show that the little black girl, little black boy, little brown girl, that it's easy for us to do it because we know where we come from. We have a past with this, So let's explore the options of bringing this to the forefront for the future. Yeah. We're all about youth. We're all about education. It's important. It's definitely important to teach these kids from a standpoint that recycling, mending your clothes, sustainability is important, and why is it important in the future, and why you'll be able to have a job for this in the future.
Yeah. So I kind of just touched it. I was gonna say. So what exactly are you guys teaching? Like, what are you guys teaching? Like, how to recycle, why, or like the money aspect? Because there's a lot that goes like in different
for sure.
categories. So I guess like what exactly are you guys?
So
teaching?
in this, a lot of people don't really recycle because they don't know how, right? And we're not over here trying to tell people to go vegan or like do whatever you do.
Yeah.
People, because it's people
Yeah.
that dress like us
Yeah.
that might have a compost in their crib, and they just do that because they
Yeah.
want to be cleanly, right?
Yeah.
But what products speak to them? How is it? Is it marketed to them? No, it's like, oh, somebody in an athleisure stretching, putting. It's like,
Yeah.
what? I'm about to turn this. Like, what is this? I'm not trying to see that, right? So like, when we come like this, like we spoke in front of the Department of Energy, the U.S. Department of Energy, right? And we talked about creating an application. Well, we already started making it, but creating an application that on this app you'll be able to learn how to recycle, right? You'll learn about what products can become other things, like what fruits can become leathers, what plants you can use, what types of animal waste, not like like furs and stuff, but like fish, they shed, and you can actually use that to make new things, right?
Yeah.
I feel like through materials and teaching people about the different grades of plastic and what they can be, I feel like if you knew, then you would do a little better, right?
Yeah.
And if it was fun. Obviously, it's not the most exciting topic,
Yeah.
but when it's in
Yeah.
an Adidas commercial, it's exciting.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
Nike's
yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
Nike's doing
Yeah.
the shoes made from trash,
Yeah.
the space hippies,
Yeah.
you like, yo, that's cool, that's
Yeah,
fun,
yeah.
right? But it's not consistent enough for you to actually continue to do it or be a part of it, right? It happens, it flashes, and you're there, and you experience it, you buy it, you wear it, people ask about it, and then it's pretty much in the background of your life. Because it doesn't really affect you beyond that product. And I feel like when the products that we're creating is, the sneaker with the NFC chip that you can scan and take you to our app, right? You wearing them shoes all day. If you see your man, he got on the same shoes, yo, scan it. And then now in the Web3 version, we can reward you for that.
Yeah.
We can reward you for your good deed. You never know what could happen in that, right? So being able to have an app and gamify the recycling process or just this process, just this process in general, it'd be a part of your everyday life. We're already gamified. We're already gamified, right? It's like you can say you're not. You
Yeah.
can say, oh no, I'm not. But like when your phone dings for your alarm, when your calendar, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already know what you're doing. So it's like, yo, let's just tap into people's everyday life and just make this an extension of that. Because at the end of the day, you look over there, it's a recycle bin and then it's a trash bag.
Yeah.
Why is that? They thought about that. It was like, yo, for the future, we need this. We need this, even if, because it goes to the waste management company and they try to sort everything out. And sometimes you find an umbrella or something like that. It's just because people don't know what to do with certain things. There's no instructions. So I feel like just bringing that to the forefront, man. We can't have our communities be trash, just be trash everywhere, right? When these things can be cleaned up, right? Like they have sustainable concrete now. I don't want to go on a soapbox about the innovations that they have out here, but it's like, yo, all these things that people are making, yo, they're not putting them or using them for this though. It's like they use everything else under the sun. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys have a system, or is it like a thought or an idea of how to track any waste your company might produce in terms of like when it comes to making the shoes and all that stuff? Is it planned to completely come back like yourselves, like essentially creating zero waste, right? So whatever, so I'll let you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like we're in partnerships, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not necessarily like, hey, y'all, we gonna clean up the whole entire earth. But if you go to certain communities, you see trash everywhere, right? And you see people throwing stuff in the wrong
one.
We can partner with waste management companies, and we can build a relationship where certain things can get done, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could be an extension of certain things. We could communicate with the community in a different way that they probably can't because they have to. You're not at your house every day. They're not in there. But if you have a DrinKicks pair of shoes or any DrinKicks product, that's in your house every single day, right? So you might be more conscious that you have these things in your house, right? So partnering with waste management companies, partnering with recycling companies, partnering with other recycling programs, community people. So the way we look at this is, hey, how can we be a conduit? How can we be something that people can plug into and we can help them, right? Through the technology that we're creating. Obviously, we're making more products, but these products are less harmful than the products that are already out. I don't know if that was a good answer, but
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That answers it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Got you. Okay. Do you want to?
We can move on to our next segment. Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the go yard bag.
oh yeah, it's dripped out. I gotta go get Shorty info.
Bet. All right, let me check this camera real quick. Let me get that.
Yeah, man, we get passionate about this, man, because we building.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like we building, yo, and it's like, dog, look at all the progress that we've been able to make, and we didn't sell anything. Like we haven't sold about one thing.
That's the dope part.
It's the branding, man, 101. People be telling me, man, it's not a business, but I don't need my logo. How? What are you talking about? Stop watching TikTok. Have these real conversations, man.
It's important.
We in the future, everybody going to space, and we still here. Like,
Looking crazy.
looking crazy. Like, you know. And they ain't even going to space for the reasons why. You think they're going to space?
Shout out to Leland.
You know what I mean?
They're picking up moon rocks.
You heard?
I got it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This joint is bugging. I'm not sure what's wrong.
I don't know who said it. I didn't write it down, but oh, the quote that I got. I'm gonna go Google it. Let's see. Yeah, that one. That's the one that went out after 20.
Yeah, but for some reason it's not.
Ah, okay.
That's what we always have to do. So it's not hitting record. It might be the memory joint.
No, I heard speak for the first time, man. What's her name? Yashi?
Nas, little cousin.
Bro, she was going in.
Oh no, she crazy. Yeah. Nah.
I ain't lie, I was thoroughly impressed.
That's an
yesterday.
educated
Yesterday.
woman, young woman,
Yo,
man.
she is educated, so she's speaking the fact.
Yeah.
Bars.
Quick quiz. Y'all know who the first black man to win a Nobel Peace Prize is? Ralph Bunche.
What do you do?
He was treating the war around the time, I think World War II. He was going over and make peace treaties with what was it? World War II was like Vietnam and all that.
Nazis and whatnot.
Vietnam?
Yeah. World War II was Vietnam.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, what was Nazis? That was like
That was Nazis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor, right? That was the first one, right?
Huh?
Pearl Harbor was World War
No,
One.
Pearl Harbor was World War II. World War One was I think like
Yeah.
Italians and stuff. I'm sorry, World War One was like Italians. World War Two was like
That was like
Nazis.
Stalin.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
like,
damn.
all of
Yeah.
them.
Then what we was doing in Vietnam, bombing them people?
That was
Pearl-
after-
that was
that
after.
was different,
yeah.
They said World War Report 2.5.
They went over there for no, that shit was.
Yeah, they lost.
That was a waste of money.
Yeah, brother from Detroit. Crazy. Crazy.
What, in the war?
No, Nobel Peace Prize. Right,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
from Detroit.
Y'all, so can y'all bring up the America losing the Vietnam War to certain people in the or nah? Will they like?
Nah, we
Cut you in
can't
the
bring that
throat.
up.
Definitely can't talk about it.
Because Vietnam is such a like
Taboo.
yeah, because the people came back and the people didn't respect them, and they like, yo, y'all did all that, and it's like, dang, I went over there and I thought I was gonna come back and be
Respect it, yeah.
respected, and I wasn't, because they said I was killing babies and doing this, but it's like, yo, a 3-year-old trying to shoot me, like, what you want me to do? Like, what? Nah, I ain't justify that, but yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, yeah, I just know, like, yeah, like, whether it be certain shows or even I've seen it when someone mentioned, like, nah, some dude picked his head up, like, waiting to, go
They
off.
be ready.
I ain't gonna
They
lie,
be
I
ready.
watched so
Were
many.
you military too?
Nah, I
Okay,
just watched
just-
hella
yeah.
documentaries on Vietnam, like
Yeah.
so many. Like I don't know why. It was one story. I was in I was at Staples, you know, and I was printing something out, and then old black guy, he had a Vietnam hat on, and he was asking what I was doing, and he was like, he was like, oh, you in school? He was like, yeah, I was in the war, and I was like, I'd never heard, like, you know how people make jokes about that?
Yeah.
And I had never
heard
like,
someone
actually
say.
listened to somebody. And I was like, you know what, today I'm actually listening
I'm
to somebody. I
like-
got stuff to print out. And I'm sitting there, and then he starts telling me all these stories, and, like, it's crazy, because he said for Homeboy's nickname was Detroit Red, and they had this group, and they was out there. And then he told me this story about this thing called Black Death. And I was like, hey, yo, what is Black Death? And he was like, some of the soldiers used to go out and they'd go to the villages and like smash the village
And get the worst of the worst.
and get the worst of the
Get the
worst.
worst of the
And if you
worst.
got it and you came back over here, like the government would ship you and your family back. They would send y'all back. Like, nah,
Yeah.
y'all gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
bro, that was the
Your
wildest-
family?
Your whole-
the
yeah,
whole
you gotta
family.
go.
Oh, you touched your kid?
You gotta go.
Get back over there. We
You
don't know
gotta
what this
go.
is.
You gotta go back. It's crazy, but yeah, that was a wild.
That's
that
like
was
a
wild,
sickness or something? Just
Terrible
It's like-
gonorrhea.
yeah, it's like
awful.
that. It's like
it's like
gonorrhea,
the
like-
worst.
and
of
they
the
send
worst.
your
Yo. Oh,
family.
you gotta go.
So
Oh.
we related, and I get that shit. He got to go back.
Oh, all of y'all gotta
This
go.
your wife? Sorry, you gotta go with him,
Y'all
bro.
gotta go back, bro.
That's crazy.
That joint was crazy, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Older black dude, man, had veteran hat on and told me that story. There. And then it's funny because another black dude came in. He had a veteran hat on. I don't even know. But they ended up telling me all kind of stuff. I went home and I just started watching documentaries. Like,
It's a lot of us. You know, you just be walking by veterans. Like, oh, how was now? Start shaking. It was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yo.
never mind.
it was crazy, dog. I ain't gonna lie. It was
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, but that's off topic, but yeah.
Okay, well, I got the quote of the day. Start that.
That one's not working now.
All right.
You can show it.
All right, cool. So, quote of the day. What's happened. It's an expression of faith in the mechanics of the world. It's not an excuse for doing nothing.
That sounds like somebody who works hard.
So, hints, an actor said it in a movie. Christopher Nolan directed it.
Okay.
And he was black. So I'm gonna leave it there for now. Don't say anything.
Morgan Freeman.
It's Christopher Nolan. Have you ever seen a Christopher Nolan movie?
I thought he was a Batman.
He was. You're right.
Hold on.
Nah. Because I'm thinking like Michael Caine and stuff, like how he's been in every single one. So you're right. I forgot Morgan Freeman was
Yeah,
in
Morgan
that
Freeman was
joint.
in there. Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, that was
It's more recent. It's more recent.
Okay. Christopher Nolan.
More recent.
More
Christopher
recent.
Nolan
Christopher.
movie. Christopher Nolan, more recent Christopher Nolan movie.
I can't say it because I say you're gonna. He's been in Ballers. Have you ever seen that HBO show with Dwayne The Rock Johnson about being a sports agent?
Yeah.
He's in that show.
I actually like that show. I really like that show. They should have made it into a video game.
Is he alive
They
still?
made
Yes, he's still alive. He was
Okay.
also in Netflix movie Malcolm and Marie.
I've never seen that.
Dog.
Never seen it. I heard about it.
I see bro in my head and I can't say his name.
I know. I'm a.
Ballers. Malcolm Marie.
I know he was in something else.
What's
about
his
it?
name,
Give him
dog?
a Google real quick.
A black man and a Christopher.
Yeah, don't say anything. Have you
Yeah,
you ever
bro.
seen
It's,
Amsterdam?
Like
Came out this year. I mean 2022.
the
You
show?
seen-
It's like a show.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. Nah,
Black
it-
Klansman.
Okay. Okay, I'm getting there. 'Cause it's not Denzel's son.
That's all
Like-
I'm gonna give you.
Like who was
That's all I'm gonna give you. He was in Black Klansman.
Who's the black man?
Did Christopher Nolan?
Nah, Black Klansman wasn't that?
Nah,
Spike Lee?
Nah, it's an actor. It's actors. Actors.
I was thinking about
There's
the
always
movie,
there was
though.
always so many
Chris-
black
who
people
directed
in that
Tenet?
movie.
yeah.
In Black Klansman.
Tenet?
It was what?
Nolan.
Christopher
Nolan.
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan
directed
directed Tenet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's dang, what
He's got a very like unique name.
uh
I know he knows the face, and I know you're getting the idea. I was trying.
it's making me mad because I can literally see this dude in my head. I'm like, yo,
Got a very specific face and everything. So
dog.
It was a dude in Tenet?
yeah, the dude, black dude in Tenet.
I don't know
Yeah,
that name.
Crazy. All right.
I'm gonna be upset.
John David Washington.
Man.
Yes.
John David Washington.
Just on name.
So it was his
Wow.
character.
It's crazy
Tenet.
because I was like, Chris.
Wait, is he
Nolan,
really
did direct
Denzel's son?
Tenet? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Denzel
John.
Washington?
His name is John.
That's John.
His name is
Yeah,
John.
that's.
I kept thinking
I
of.
said Denzel's son. I was like,
I didn't know he was the
I was
son.
like, oh, that's not the answer.
I had
'Cause
no
I was
idea.
like, there's only so many people in Black
I
Panther.
didn't
Yeah,
know.
that's
I didn't
that's
know.
Yeah, that's
Denzel's son.
Denzel's son. Yeah.
Because when he said ballers, he was the wide
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah.
Was he wide receiver?
I did not know
And
he
then
was
he said
Denzel
Black
Washington.
Klansman. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's John.
I
Denzel's
did not know
son.
he was.
Yo.
I would have said yes. I didn't know.
I was like,
That's his
yo.
son.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Denzel don't claim
What?
that man. 'Cause I don't see him together.
Yeah.
He don't claim him.
He used to be a football player. He wanted to be a football player,
That's
and it didn't work out.
crazy.
And then he
He don't want to use his dad's name.
yeah. So then when he started acting, and his dad always like critique him on it, so he kind of just try to make it separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
but I kept thinking, I was like,
That's so crazy. Denzel got a son.
no, that's Denzel's son, you know.
You learn something new every day.
Education.
Everybody eats, yo.
Man, jeez.
That's crazy. I did not know that was
He
his
played
son.
college at Morehouse.
Mhm.
Signed with the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, he was
Because he
serious.
played his
playing
role
in
in.
the
He did
Canadian League too.
Yeah.
He did ballers really well. Like,
Yeah,
he,
oh, man,
he
he
fit
killed
that
it.
joint.
Yeah,
I
killed
really
it.
thought they were real. Like
That's his real life.
the only thing that gave it up for me was outside of Dwayne the Rock Johnson was the big light skinned dude they had. He's an actor.
Yeah.
So I know he's a.
I was literally thinking of bro, and I was like, dog, it's the only person I know that's in this movie, dog, outside of Morgan Freeman.
I don't know, but I'll say it one more time.
You kind of like Kawhi.
a little bit.
Got that distinctive face.
Yeah.
Just super serious.
You know, I went to I was at
It's
the
the-
airport.
it's the-
I was at the airport in DC, and I don't know if anybody who works at the airport in DC, y'all know not DC, New York, at JFK, yo, the dude that puts the bags on, he looked like Denzel, yo. And I asked the lady, and I was like, yo, people say he like Denzel. Like, yeah, he like Denzel with like black curly hair. So she's like, everybody says that, but I don't see it. I'm like, nah.
Yes.
I wanted to take a picture so
Like,
bad.
like, you doing a movie right now?
He even got the mannerisms and everything. And I was like, bro, his feet into that so crazy, dog. But
Yo.
anyway,
You got to work on the voice next.
bro, what?
Yo.
Man, shout out to Denzel,
Oh.
man. Get you some DrinKicks Denzel for sure.
One more time. What's happened. It's an expression of faith in the mechanics of the world. It's not an excuse for doing nothing.
That sounds exactly like, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, so what movie was?
It was Tenet.
Tenet.
I don't know
Tenet.
at what point in the movie he said it. I don't even know how I got this on here. But
Probably when he found out the situation.
Yeah. So, hey, to me personally, that means. Yeah, nah, I mean, yeah, you know how people say, like, it is what it is, or, like, it's, what's happened. Like,
Right.
people just say that and, like, kind of just exist and kind of just keep doing their own thing. And I think what he means in this is, like, you don't just take that for what it is. You got to get back up, like you said, fall forward and keep pushing and keep aiming for that.
The other day we was talking. I was like, "Yo, distracting me." The other day we was talking, and I was like, "Oh, I was like, yo, every day it's cliche, but they like every day is like a new day to reinvent yourself type joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
a lot of times." Yeah, for real. It's like sometimes, like, I know I can get into this, right? Like, oh, I want to do something or I want to change this about myself type joint, right? And we think so highly and big of it, like maybe this big grand idea, this big change. It's like, nah, bro, just wake up earlier tomorrow. Like, just start, or like today is a new day, just wake up early today, bro. Like, that's it, just go to the gym today, right? Like, that's like, it's not like, if you think about it, oh, I'm trying to get a six pack, like you think it's gonna be such a big task, it's gonna see something big is gonna make you like, nah, like just do it today. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you fail today, all right, then tomorrow just do it today. Like tomorrow when you wake up, like just every day is a new day to reinvent yourself type joint.
I love that. Man.
What happened was that like yesterday, you didn't do it yesterday, you can do it today. Or if you did do it yesterday, all right, today's a new day, do it again. You know, like
Yeah. We haunt the past. The past doesn't haunt us. We haunt the past.
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
I got that from movie too.
Oh, he flipped the script.
For real.
Well, any thoughts?
Yeah, man. I'm a big believer in that. Like I use my day I look at it as a day. I use my day. What am I doing today? How many hours? Like, it's just how am I gonna maximize today? I don't care what it is. As long as I can maximize the day, that's good. Like, we having meetings. Yo, I need you to talk to such and such. I need you to set this up or like take this conversation over. Like, so I can have more time to do what I need to do. That's cool. Like, I don't care. I know he gonna get it done. I'm not tripping. So it's like, how can you maximize delegating to people? Not trying to put stress on yourself to do everything. Not trying to be the man all the time. Like, you can't be that person all the time. Like, some days you can knock it all out, but then some days you just gotta delegate, and then you gotta do what you gotta do to stay consistent. You can sacrifice. You ain't gotta sacrifice for negative things all the time. Like, you can sacrifice for the greater good and still have, you can sacrifice for the good.
Can't be Jordan every day.
Nah.
Sometimes you gotta be Pippen. Sometimes you gotta be Robin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. What did DMX say? He said, the beauty is finding meaning in the struggle. Yeah. He said, it's like, that's important every day. Find meaning. Like, do something. Like, just read something. Like, it's so much to do. People are like, man, I'm bored. It's like, how are you bored on Earth? That's literally wild. That's the craziest thing ever, bro. Like, what in the world? Literally, you live on a planet. That's so crazy.
This is your personal playground. Like your personal playground. You can do whatever you want. Legally.
Legally.
Or illegally if you really,
You get down like that.
hey, that's your life. Boss it out,
Yeah. Look at Bill Gates blocking out the sun. Like, he just do whatever he want. Like, he's carpet.
He announcing COVID like it's a sneak release. Hey, y'all know COVID 2 about to come out summer. Be ready.
Look, they bring it back with the mammoths. Like, what's
That's
going on?
true,
These
that's
people are they're bored. Like, like, yo, you can literally be doing something productive. They bring it back gigantic elephants for what? Like, what do we need that for?
Working on that.
Why do I eat this?
They did not see Sunday's episode, bro. They did not see. They did not see. It does not end well. Oh, word. Okay.
I'm gonna say it
second.
one more time for the people.
Nah, I bet. What's up?
Quote is, "What's happened, happened. It's an expression of faith in the mechanics of the world. It's not an excuse for doing nothing." Everybody go watch Tenet.
Right back. All right. So, last segment. So we got a couple ways that we can go with this. Couple questions we want to ask. First, let me get this out the way. So, listening to podcast this morning, and they were talking about a company called Allbirds. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah, shout out to
Alright.
Allbirds. I'm
Cool.
cool with the VP products. I met her at the Black Footwear Forum. Super nice.
Got you. So it was actually kind of crazy because, like, again, before Monday, right? I was like, yo, I never heard of any other company doing this. Then this morning on the podcast, they're talking about Allbirds. I think like they're just saying like they got really devalued or something like that. But I was like, they're talking about like they make biodegradable shoes and stuff like that. I was like, what? Like, what are the odds? I just listened to that. Like, 2 days ago, I'd never heard of it. Here comes like 2 in a row. Yeah, bro. And I was like, yo, that's so crazy. So that's why I wanted to ask you guys about that. Like the competition in the industry. Is there much? And like, who else is doing it? I'm hearing Allbirds. Is there anybody else? Like, who you guys talking to and all that?
Yeah, it's a lot of companies, but they're mainly in Europe, right? You got you got Say, you have Thousands Fell, you have what's the other one? Mother Earth, MOA. You have a few of them. They're all overseas though, because mainly in Portugal and Italy and these places they produce biomaterials, so apple leather. These things are mainly produced in Europe, not really in the United States. You can get corn husks from the United States. So you can get corn husks, or you can use like oil from the cereal industry in Europe. So like it's not really a common practice in the United States, mainly overseas. But there are a few companies doing things here, I think, but we're really the only minority owned black footwear company doing it. You have one more other company, but their site is down right now. Not to knock them or anything, but it is. So like currently right now we active. So but it's like when you look at that, a lot of people don't know. But when they, especially in our, we are the culture. We created culture. We created cool, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, we just buy Jordans and these things, and that's fine because we all sneaker collectors and we collect stuff, and I have no knock against people collecting stuff. But if you can have just one other option that is something different that can actually educate you, it'll actually expand your palette of the type of things that you want to consume, what type of sneakers that you want to buy. So like when it comes to competition, it's not a direct competition because we kind of have a gaming aspect with our technology and the app and things. But there are bigger companies in space. Of course, you got Nike and their whole program. You have Adidas in their program, and you have Allbirds, right? But I think what happened to Allbirds, from what I'm hearing from people that would bring up Allbirds to me, is that it turned into a brand for like tech bros. Like tech bros is just rocking Allbirds, and that's the first thing somebody said to me, and I was like, really? And it's like, so what do you think about that? And it's like, well, you gotta think about it. They're not trying to get me to buy. You know,
They cornered themselves.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not after us. They don't care about us. So they're not in the bad way. They just don't. It's not for us. So it's like, and you might buy it because you might learn about it, you know, but it's not really marketed towards you like Nike is. Nike's marketed towards us. Of course, look at those.
Hell
those
yeah.
commercials. You know what I'm saying? Look at those Jordan brands. Look at those New Balances commercials. Like, look at those things. Look at Kip.
Yeah.
Look at Kip. He ain't black, but shout out to Bronny Fight. You know, it's just certain things are marketed as, certain things are not. And in this space, it's not really marketed as. Like, I go back to that $1 trillion market. It's like, we ain't in the lab doing stuff like that. We're not making our own leather. Like, right now, we have a grant to develop our own material. Like, what does that mean for a person like you that might have a clothing line or something, and you want to do more sustainable stuff, but you don't know nobody. You can't think of nobody. But if you think about us, well, DrinKicks is doing it. I know the founder, he's black. I'm going to hit him up. And I'm like, yeah, bro, you can do this. You can make this out of this. You can do this, and I can point you to this. That's important.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, well, I'm going to just go buy some, you know, bunch of blanks from somewhere, and I'm just going to do this, whatever, right? I'm just do what I can. And then you fall into the trap of having to compete with these other people because you don't have a distinguishing quality or factor about your company. You know,
There's a dude called the Virus Hunter, and he goes around defrosting viruses. And I was like,
Where do you find them?
how is this your job, bro? Like, he defrosted a zombie virus, like, last week. And for some reason, it's not news. This dude's a prominent virus hunter, and he defrosted a zombie virus, but yet it's not news.
I saw that. No, they're not, bro. It's what I noticed is that stuff like that. I told him, I said, with stuff like that,
They're
there's
just gonna wait for us to get sick.
Nah, it's that, and like they'll just drop a random headline on some like on the B and C, like
CNN. You mean CNN going across the middle? And
yeah,
that's it.
it's on the like
See
the
somebody
B and
walking
C
past
headline.
outside just saying,
watching some stuff about some sports. Zombies is real.
And then later on, like that's when you find out, like you know, like, that's when they throw it in there, you know.
Literally,
You
That
guys-
joint never come across the TV again. Like, am I tripping?
Can't find it nowhere, it don't exist.
That's how it is, yo. That's how it is. Like that.
Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
It's literally that, yo. I read further into that article, right? CNN did it. And then the last line before the last paragraph, it said, and some of this virus is in the stomachs of woolly mammoths. I was like, yo, didn't y'all just say y'all was gonna bring these niggas back? I know I'm not tripping.
Connected. Nah,
I'm
all
like,
connected,
I'm
bro.
not tripping.
That stuff is like they telling you, but nobody cares to read that stuff. And then you got the people who do read and talk about it, y'all look crazy until then they.
I'm like, this is literally on CNN. How is this fake? Y'all really bringing back woolly mammoths in 4 years? And this article says it's a virus in their stomach, bro. It's similar to a dude that crossed it.
On Instagram.
It's
On
literally two
CNN.
credible articles, like
Fox News.
not news, not correlated at all.
They said fungus is like a couple steps away from
Last of
The
Us.
Last of Us. They
Yeah.
said they just got to be able to survive in hotter temperatures or something, or something with our bodies has to
Yeah,
change.
because right now
Or
they
something
just
with them gotta change. Like they
Yeah.
gotta be able to survive in that temperature.
So much
yeah, they got them they testing them on amoebas right now
Mm-hmm.
instead of animals. They testing them on amoebas. I'm like, still, bro, that's too close.
Oh, global warming is probably gonna happen.
They really going to the podium like, yo, COVID-19 coming back in the summertime. Y'all be ready. Dun, dun, dun.
Dropping shit like
Everybody was
this.
and nobody in the room questioning. Just like, oh, thank you, Mr. President. I'm in the back like,
Think about it. It was like,
nobody heard that.
yo, we bringing dodos back. Y'all bringing dodos back for what? Why
I
would we
heard
do
that joint too.
Why would we do that? What is that?
I
Why
heard
would
that
we do
joint
that?
too. We just want healthcare, bro.
Yeah,
That's all you want, bro.
Just universal healthcare,
We don't
bro.
want dodos,
That's
willy
it.
mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, zombie viruses. Y'all giving us everything but the right situation.
Flying car. Give me something, bro. Dinosaur?
Why? Why, bro?
My healthcare.
Why? They're like, that's the last on the list.
So I'm sick today, bro.
Why we make you extra sick though?
You got the cure for cancer. Hey, put that in the back, bro. Put that in the back.
I'm not gonna shoot that man.
You said what?
I'm telling you, man, it's literally crazy, bro. It's literally insane. Like,
That's funny.
why do we need donuts,
Science.
bro?
Innovation.
Exactly.
Steve Jobs would have won it.
Look what we did, guys. You asked for healthcare, but here's a donut.
This is the best we could do. The best we could do.
All right. Look at this bird that don't fly.
It run fast though.
It run fast. It don't fly.
You can't even eat that shit. Like, what?
Oh,
No
man.
sense, bro. No
Yo.
That
sense.
joint come out 6 foot and stuff. Yo.
Like we just had 3-4 movies. Why this is a bad idea, yo.
It's a terrible idea. Terrible idea, bro. Like, do y'all not understand how giant a woolly mammoth is, bro? Like,
You know, huge, bro.
It's like, yeah, we was hunting with spears back then.
Shit.
nah, that's really crazy. It's really wild, dog. It's really wild. They said it's gonna change the ecosystem. Bro. I don't think that's.
We're gonna put them. We're talking about the glaciers is melting, right? So where we gonna put them? Where
What?
we put them?
In the zoo, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where we
That's
gonna
what
put
we
We
them?
put
Yo.
polar bears and penguins at.
Like, yo.
Put him in the zoo, then Peter gonna get mad, and it's all give Peter something to do.
Right. Let's piss them off. Let's put
That
the woolly
joint gonna have a
mammoths in
flashback. Watch. One of the days gonna be sleeping. That joint gonna have a flashback to like the time that we don't remember. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be like Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Willy Mammoth. It's gonna go ham, yo.
Who gonna stop it?
Nah, anyway, yo.
That's funny.
We got it. We're good.
Yeah, we straight. Straight.
I know they gonna be like, what the this segment?
Conspiracy hat sections. What were we? No, you finished saying something. Okay. Did you have a question?
I don't know if I had a question. But
I had a question.
It was about Auburn. The ass was about Auburn.
Yeah, it's
all right,
Auburn.
Auburn. Yeah, so that's
There you
done.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
Word. So you guys did mention, and we did hear from Rob on Monday, your struggle. You know that situation you guys were placed in not too long ago. So if you
At
want
Mighty Dream. So if you could kind of talk
get
about
into that.
What's the pay-by-play, right? And let's make this applicable to the listeners, right? Because we was talking about struggles,
Mhm.
overcoming, resiliency, all those nice words and stuff like that. So if you can talk about that, but then what's that story? Because that sounds really funny. Not funny, but it was
Still hurt.
not
topic.
funny, but it was definitely a learning experience and just
Yeah.
like hearing it myself because
There's many layers to this story. I'll say,
yeah.
Right. The first one was, it's going into the beginning of our second year at the company.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it. We've been pitching it. We have yet to show people what this is, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, it's too much or whatever. Like, it's like, yo, we gotta show it somewhere. We gotta
Yeah.
do something. And Mighty Dream was coming up. I found out Pharrell. I knew a little bit ahead of time. Like, he was bringing us South by Southwest, but I didn't know how or like how it was gonna look. So when it did happen here, I wasn't here. I was in LA, and everybody was going to commune to like sign up and stuff. And I was like, yo, I'm not there. I was like, yo, we gotta be there. Like, it's the hometown, like company. It's gotta be our first pop up. We gotta just go there and just pull up, and we gotta pull up and just do it. So we was able to raise like $17,000. We partnered with a company called Quantity, a black agency in LA. They work with Honda, Google, Target, and we had a partner, Antoine Bethea, retired football player, Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying? He invested into us, to do it too. So we just pitched and put ourselves out there, and we was able to raise the funds. And so it was like, oh, cool. In a little bit of time, too, in like 2 weeks. But we didn't give up. We was just like, yo, how we going to get this money? How we going to do it? And we got a press juice partner, and we were set. We had our juice partners. We had our sponsors. It's our first event. It's like, okay, everything's going smooth. And so the bottles were being produced, right? And something happened with the packaging. This is where the story begins. So something happened with the packaging. I don't know what happened, but I know that someone didn't tell us the right information. That's all I'm saying. So it delayed us like a couple of days. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Everything's still in place. We locked in the money. We locked in the partnerships. We still gotta do it. 2 days, whatever. So we go online. We research. We find a LTL company to ship the juice. So we talking to them. They're like, yo, we've been doing this for 40 years. Blah blah. We doing this. We got a driver. He can do it. We got it. Send the invoice. I'm like, all right, if they can do it, October 31st, we need that. Let's go. Like, let's come on with it. So everything go through. We get the money. Whoop. They hit up dude to come pick up the stuff. And the email said John's at the place to pick up your stuff. Remember his name, John. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm still in LA at this time. He's picking up the stuff. I'm still here. I'm like, yo, everything's good. You got it. Everybody straight. Because once I leave, I'm not coming back like until this is over. So everybody said it was straight. So on the plane, I was out. He hit us like, yo, I picked up the juice. I got everything. I'm outside the facility. The people saw him. Everything. I'm like, all right, cool. We good. Everybody good. He said he's on his way. All right, bet. Fly to VA. So now I'm in VA. We go scope out the place and we doing everything. And then I say like 2 days before, maybe I was talking to you, and then Rob called me and was like, yo, you know, where's the juice at? I'm like, yo, no, it said it was on the way. It'd be here on Monday, but you know, we gotta check on it. So it was called Ben.
Yeah.
Ben.
Oh, okay, Ben.
So okay.
Crazy. Bensky. Chill.
Hit Ben.
Yeah.
Rob get on the phone, dude, talk to him. He hits back, he hit me, and he's like, yo, you might want to sit down for this. And I'm like, what? Like, I literally was just there. Everything was straight. Yeah. Like, what? So he's like, yo, the truck broke down. And I'm like, where? It's like Tennessee. So we're trying to figure out how to get this truck back up. Dude sending pictures. You know, we like, yo, it's a real situation. I'm like, so we prepared to drive.
You sent pictures of the truck.
Yeah, being broke down, everything. Sending Google videos, like, bro, real content, like real live HD quality stuff, bro. Like, we was all like, yeah, us, the trucking company, everybody's like, all right, well, we gotta figure this out. So they send a rescue truck to Tennessee where the juice is allegedly at. Because we was gonna go. I was in my mind, I'm like,
From LA to Tennessee.
we was going from VA to Tennessee.
Yeah.
He was
No,
driving.
but the rescue
Oh,
truck.
yeah, LA to Tennessee, bro. Like, what route you going, dog? So he's like, broke down, I'm sending all this stuff.
The rescue truck came from LA?
Nah, the rescue truck was, I don't know, I guess they
They call it in from a different
This
side.
right.
they're
Oh,
global
okay.
logistics company.
Got it.
They're like a bigger company, but they hire
Gotcha.
drivers,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
contract.
saying?
Yeah.
So, like,
Okay.
they go, get, bro, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, go get my stuff, bring it back. Because, like, we gonna go get it. They're like, what's up? Because we need it for the event tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, you know, it's looking like, I think they kept saying, like, it's going to take a while or later that night.
It's gonna take a minute for them to get there. We gotta get the repairs.
Yeah.
We're gonna be back on the road.
The next day. 90 minutes. Nah, he said 90 minutes.
90
We was on the
minutes.
phone. He said 90 minutes. And then we get in the chat and we see all the videos. And shit. I'm like, what the? Didn't you just say we was going to be here? And I ain't encouraged. But it's like, yo, y'all said y'all was coming and like, bro,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? You just, now the stuff don't fit. Parts don't fit. What? So they're like, all right, we're going to send the rescue truck. So they did. Send it. We ain't heard nothing back. And it's literally the day of the next day. So, where was you at? Was you around them when it happened?
Yeah.
They called me. I'm at FedEx, yo. Like, I'm at FedEx trying to print some stuff out because I've been living in FedEx at this point. Like, they know me. I'm in there signing. You know, you got to sign the things to get this.
FedEx, we need that sponsor.
Right. Customer service reviews. Like, they doing such a good job, yo. And he's like, yo, you gotta come. I thought they ran into Pharrell. So I'm like, oh, I'm here to get back. So I get back, man, and then I remember walking up, and we had just talked to Felicia Hatcher. She works with Pharrell, and she does the Black Ambition.
Mm.
And she's like, oh, I'm excited to see y'all, you know, next day. So she's there, like, you know, walking up. So I'm walking up, like, hey, she's like, oh my God, today's the day. Like, y'all go out your stuff. And I'm like, all right. So
Crazy.
I'm hyped. But no, so I see them, though.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, y'all not happy? Like, what's going on? And that's when they broke the news. It was like, yo, you know, dude he never left LA. And I just remember leaning over the gate.
He lied about the whole thing.
He
Photos was fake. Him leaving LA was fake. He picked everything up, brought it to another place, and dropped it off and went back home.
And his excuse was, I had to go to court for my baby mama because I had to get my kids And I'm like, they just call you to tell you that you had to get your kids. Like, what the
This
hell?
letter been in the mail since last month.
How, bro? Yeah, I had to get my kids. I know disrespect. You get your kids, fight for that, bro. But that don't have nothing to do with what's happening. Like, that has nothing to do with it. Like,
You couldn't tell nobody? You couldn't tell nobody?
You could have just told us, bro, in the beginning, like,
Yeah.
yo, you can't make it, bro. But you literally came up with an entire scheme, bro. They sent me the transcript of the text messages. Oh, please don't fire me because I did this. And I'm reading this like a movie, bro. And I'm like, it's the day of the event, bro. We have nothing. That whole Mighty Dream, the big dome, yo, we had space all in there for our stuff. Like, Pharrell on stage, space empty, none of our stuff there. The Kip's there.
Yeah.
He looking at us like, you know what I'm saying? We got to sit there and eat that. You know, it's
Crazy.
rocking. And you know, it's everybody, the family, everybody's there. Like, we sitting there, everybody. And everybody was so hyped that we was going to be here doing that today. And we're not. We're just here like we not just, that just happened, you know? And it's like, and it sounds like a wild story. Like,
Crazy.
if I told you that story and you was in charge of the event, you just like,
Why are you lying to me?
why are you lying?
Yeah.
You even have a company, bro.
We're grown men.
Let me see the paperwork.
And I'm like, no, Mug did really steal this. Like, he really did take it, bro. He really stole it. Like, it's really went ham. Like, and so, I mean, that day we just went into like scramble mode. We just, you know, went over to cold press. Like, yo, can we use your machines? Like, we just started everything. Just started trying to call people. We tried to get a plane to get it. We tried everything. Like, it was on the phone with people. Like, everything. Like, we just kept trying. And then Christine, man, she
Shout out Christine.
shout out Christine. She's always in the right place at the right time. She ran into this guy who happened to be someone who started Press Juice in Virginia. And we were able to collaborate with him and create some custom flavors. But we had to work all night long to create the flavors for the next day. And, you know, we talked to Kip, and he was just like, look, y'all give me 400 by tomorrow, like, we square. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, we got to take this 400 and turn it into something because this is the only shot we got. Like,
Yeah.
we got to do what we got to do. So that next day, you know, we set up everything. We had the lady come drop off our booth that we got paid for. We set up all the signs and everything. And, you know, I was like, hey, this is it. And I ended up getting in the line for the pull-up and pitch. So I got on stage. I was sitting there the whole time. Like, all this is happening, bro. And I'm literally about to just go on stage and, like, pitch. Like, after all this, bro, like, I didn't really feel like, I was like, dog, I need a break. Like, this is just too much.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, I'm going to do it for the team. I'm going to get up there and pitch. And I remember pitching. And everybody was in the front row, you know, the poor people that I don't want to see. And it's like, yo, I'm killing it. And they smiling. And the one judge give me a thumbs up. The other judge give me a thumbs up. And then this older black woman respectfully gave me a thumbs down. And I don't know why. I'm like, yo, the whole crowd cheering. I got 2 votes. All I need is 1 more.
Always a hater.
And she gave me the thumbs down. And she was just like, I don't know.
Crazy.
Hey, you don't know
Like,
why?
I don't know. What's the
Crazy.
answer?
She kept just doing that, and I'm like,
You know me?
what?
Yeah, I do something.
That's the same judge that locked up Meek Mill, yo.
Mess around.
Yo, and I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy. So we went out back outside, and I just remember an investor coming up. He's like, bro, don't listen to her. Like, this is something right here. Y'all got something. And it just went viral after that. Like, literally, like, the dudes came, Child 13. We had Mighty Dream. We had people from the Rockefeller Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody just came, show love. Like, Bam Lay and Robbie Wells, and everybody came through and showed love, yo, at a time where we thought it was over for us. And we came together. I did new packaging. We got a juice partner. We did it all over again that night. And the next day, you know, we got everything from there, and it just led to the partnerships we have with Nauticus now, the partnerships we have with other companies that are around, the grant program. Just, you know, it just opened us up to so many different verticals, all from that guy Arthur, who was named John on the email in the beginning. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. But he taught us. I say one thing, and I hated dude for months. But I said, you know what? He taught me a valuable lesson. He taught me the most valuable lesson I could ever learn.
Which is?
watch your motherfucking back.
For real.
Like, watch your back, yo, because you never know. So you never know. I was too lax.
It's crazy. It's so crazy.
Nah, and then you see why people are so uppity and up your ass about things, yo, because that stuff happens, yo.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Bro, we was too lax on that. Like, we didn't check for dude information. We just thought y'all.
But what more could he have done though?
We did everything. The homework.
Everything. Like,
Well,
that's what
we had everything
Whoa.
lined up.
Like,
That-
you already
that-
got delayed
that
before,
part would've-
so you had
that part
three
would've
less
eaten at
days,
me the
and
most.
then-
One man can ruin your whole life. Let's
That-
let you know that.
The fact that you had everything in place and it didn't work out, that part would have eaten at me the most, because it's like normally when things don't work out it's because I slacked in some area.
Yeah.
But when you do everything you're supposed to and it still goes wrong,
And the work was there.
that is that rage. That is a
Yeah.
different level, right? Because it's like, yo, that is a
That's like
different
the
level.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
It's like how we raised
No.
almost 20 bands in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
All the work was done in 3 weeks.
3 weeks. We went hard, calling everybody. Boom, 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 boom. Got to the money. Got to it. Got to it. We literally got to the bag for this event, yo. And for somebody to really, literally be so careless and try to take you out of your whole situation
That's crazy.
is wild because of some thing that had nothing to do with
That
us.
man don't deserve his kids. Hey, man.
Yo, your accountability is off, my guy. Like, I don't know what's going
You
on.
gotta
You
learn how to
better leave him
pivot,
at the
man.
work,
You gotta learn how to pivot.
It was a
man.
very expensive and costly mistake.
Yeah.
For sure. It cost us
How-
many bands.
How did that change the team? How did that
Yeah,
change
what was-
the business?
what was the
What was
Brought the
it?
team together more.
Yeah.
Way more.
We had to lean on each other in that
Yeah.
moment because it's like the event is happening. Like, it ain't no.
They not
like,
stopping for you.
it's not
They
going
gave,
nowhere.
we
Yeah,
gave
yeah.
y'all the space.
Mhm.
Y'all expected to show up. Juice or not, y'all can be selling water, whatever y'all need to do. But, and you know, the people that was bringing the display was already on the way. Like, it was already happening. It was no way we could have reversed it. So it was like,
Yeah.
look, yo, handle this, go to the store, get whatever, like, whatever we need. Let's just
Money was spent.
make it happen.
Money
Like,
was spent, man.
let's just make it happen.
The juice y'all made though, was it your same recipe or like?
So we actually got a chance to debut a new flavor.
Whole new flavor.
Yeah.
Whole new flavor. We had to come up with whole new flavors. Like, we
Yeah.
didn't even get to service what we had. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because of Homeboy. But, like,
We call it stress and struggle.
yeah, literally.
You feel me?
So you can taste,
Stress and struggle.
you can taste the anger and the squeeze, bro. You can,
Everybody says,
like, this is amazing. How long you guys
This is called delayed gratification.
Taste that stress. Yeah.
You know, and everybody loved it, though. It was
Yeah.
just, you know, it just, I wish, you know, I don't wish, but it happened the way it's supposed to happen.
yeah.
We got the outcome, even though we didn't get the what we want, how we wanted to get the
Yeah.
outcome. It came a different way.
What the quote say?
So what's happening is he used some big fancy word in the middle. it's not an excuse
Yeah.
for doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse for doing nothing. We could have
Yeah.
left, but we said, "Yo, look, do we really want this? Do y'all really want this as a team? Like, do we really want to do this? Do we
Yeah.
really want to win? Do we want to win? We can win now. We got to figure it out. There's always a problem, but the solution is somewhere in the room.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's find a solution. Like, even
That's what's up.
in conversation, it's like people start coming to me talking about problems. How many solutions have you come up with? They haven't even thought of any. And it's like, okay, start with the solution. We know what the problem is. I don't need you to really
Gotta be
reiterate
solution
what that is.
oriented. Definitely. Definitely in this business.
Yeah. So
No time for excuses. Can't be whining and making stuff. Well, I can't do this. Nah, what's the next thing? What are we doing next?
yeah, it changed our business model though for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think it focused us to focus on the shoe more, and then that's when we started focusing on the shoe. The juice actually started to become more so like a bonus to like what we were doing,
Yeah.
and then the recycling took forefront. So like the recycling and the sustainability moved to the front, then the sneakers, and then the gamifying of recycling, then the sneakers, and then gamifying the sneakers, and then taking the juice as a promotional item to be able to promote the what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
Did you guys gamify the drinks at any point? Like,
yeah, we had the
Yeah.
QR codes on them to take you to the app and
Yeah,
the game and
it was
everything.
ready.
Like we was ready to like
Them bottles
really-
was ready.
They was ready to go, man. They was fire too. Oh my gosh, with the purple. And the
So y'all
black
never
on.
got them back or what happened?
Nah, it was over. Cause you know
But the bottles are still somewhere though.
Yeah, well he had hit him.
Hid them.
Yeah, he was going ham. I don't know.
Yeah,
he was
Buddy
literally.
Buddy
Y'all
was
had
in Cali.
beef? What do y'all do to?
he was like Juice Hannibal Lecter. Like he was just going like he was like, I don't know, bro. I had this planned out. Like
Yo.
All black business.
I'm gonna get it to my kids when I get it.
we ended up recovering it, and it was too late because it's like, where were you with the juice? Was it
And he said they
refrigerated?
fresh
like,
pressed too, so it's
yeah,
only a certain amount of
90
time.
days.
it needs to be in the refrigerator the last 90 days. So if you never had it, or if like what, we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
He could have been sleeping on top of it. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's like, so they had to donate it, and that was like basically we just flushed, $11,000 down the toilet, just
Pain.
He did, not you.
Oh, not yet.
He did.
He definitely
He
did for
And
sure.
that's real people money. That's real people money. That's the
It's not taxpayer money.
that's not
That's
Nah, bro.
That's not the pockets, personally.
That affected businesses, people, our relationships, part put strain on things, and we can speak about this because it's important. Like most people don't want to talk about it. They shortcomings and stuff.
This is stuff that doesn't go on Instagram. This is stuff that you don't see posted. This
Yeah.
is stuff that don't make it to social media. This is stuff that you like when you seeing people like, oh, like it seems all happy and whatever. Like, nah, like this is the real life stuff that happens. This is the resiliency. This is stuff that
Not always winning. Bro.
it's not always like that. But like
That's
that's
how you come back from that.
Yeah.
And we did. We bounced back. We in the top climate tech program in North America. So for black people, and it's the first one. So like, if we would have gave up then, like, what would we be now?
Exactly.
Like you never know. We just kept pushing, forging. Like you gotta keep forging.
Yeah.
Like, keep it. Like, let's go.
Damn. I really like that story. Like
Beauty in the struggle,
to enjoy,
man.
like, and not to lighten
Beauty in the struggle.
not to lighten the traumatic experience, but I really do like that.
I felt it. My neck was started twitching. Like I just started.
Yeah. Nah,
Back.
that's going crazy.
Nah, you can't be scared to talk about your
Yeah.
L's though.
Yeah.
You can't. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important
That's
as
what
a
that
person,
develops
as a
you.
business, and as a person. You
Yeah.
have to acknowledge your L's you take in life. You have
Yeah.
to, or you're just gonna be sitting there and just, oh well, I could have did this and this. Nah, acknowledge it, move on.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, fell
Fell
forward.
forward. Yeah, because like you said, mad opportunities came because of that, and I've seen that in my life, right? Maybe not to that extent, but like
Maybe we
in
just talk about
every
it, so.
proportional aspect, where from school to work, where it's like it feels like, damn, I just caught an L. Like this is like the lowest point, and then like right after that, soon after that, opportunity pops up, and it's like, yo, what? Like,
Or if you had been in that situation that you thought was an L, your life,
Yeah,
might not
yeah.
be what it was. So,
exactly.
Right. Man, rejection is protection.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
There you go.
It protected us from something that we probably didn't even know.
Right.
It had to happen. It had to hurt so bad that
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
that was that
Yeah.
we didn't see
Mm-hmm.
is no longer there.
And now it gives you a different level of fire because you've been through that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And yeah, it's that you know what could go wrong, you know what has gone wrong. It battle tests you.
Oh yeah,
That's
antennas
it.
is up.
Yeah.
You'll never get us again.
Yeah.
He'll never do that again.
Next thing of juice, we're gonna be there. We're gonna see it get shipped to us. We're gonna be there till it gets shipped to the place we're going to,
Mhm.
and it's gonna
I'll be there.
It's gonna be
I'll
a
be
whole
somewhere
map.
in the
Like
truck.
a whole map.
In the truck, yeah.
24/7 watch.
I'm gonna be in that truck, holding on to it.
Where you at? Kansas. We coming. We coming.
on the ox. I'm gonna be on the ox, bro. Like be there.
Right there, yo. FaceTime, video on, everything.
Tag on that whole.
Instagram live the whole trip.
Mhm.
RFID chipped out, like it's going off, like
Crazy.
helicopter escort. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there.
Crazy.
No unplanned stops.
Nah, you gotta stop. I'm driving this. I'll come back and get you when it's over.
Damn. But
I think this is a good segue into little. Any final thoughts?
Yeah.
Any final
Oh
thoughts?
yeah, man. It was good just to go over these. Not a lot of people
any-
come together to talk about these things.
yeah.
So it's good.
Any last word for startups? Let's do startups, right?
Yeah.
You out here
Team,
pitching, buying
yeah.
funding. Yeah, like team funding, idea. Last words.
Make sure you got your back end together. Make sure.
Like your lawyers, your money, everything, the structure, your team, if you have a team, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything's in order before you go out and just take this leap. Because going to an investor, they're going to look at everything. They're going to ask you them questions, them hard questions you really don't want to answer. If you don't have everything, you have to have all that together or they're not going to take you serious.
That's facts. We do got lawyers. We do have everybody understands the paperwork. Everything's transparent. Like we have,
we have resources like the Urban League of Los Angeles where they can help us with our finances. We have 757 Startup Studios. We went out and we went to seek help with small business development, George Mason, SBDC. We have people and places and things, even Greentown. Like, find these programs that can help you with your infrastructure because they're giving this out for free. Like, I know a lot of people say, man, everybody helping people. Man, they helping. But you have to come with something that's worth them helping you to do. Like, you can't just come up with something that a lot of people are doing or whatever. Like, you got to really think about what you want to do and what kind of market you want to be a part of. And I know sometimes that can sound crazy. It's like, oh, my passion is whatever. But you got to really look at the future of what your passion is and then make that the business. And then you go backwards. After you get your idea, your concept, or whatever, go back and then build your infrastructure and then come back to it and then continue to make smart decisions moving forward and find people that can help you along the way. You ain't got to move fast, just move correct. Like a lot of people rushing the stuff. Let me just put this out and whatever, and then you blow a lot of money. Or, we had situations like that, right? Even though we had things in order. We had places, things, everything, and then something still went wrong. And it's something that we missed out on. So, like, staying organized, staying open, making sure you're talking to a lot of people, talking to people. Like, I'm recruiting people to come work with us. Like, I'm not just like, people gonna see it and think it's dope. I'm like, yo, this is what we doing, man. You believe in it? Like, yo, this is what you're doing. I'm going to talk to people, like, from everywhere, all the time, everywhere. Like, just saying, yo, this is what we're doing. Can you help? And either they can or they can't, or they know somebody that can. And I know it sounds crazy, but it works, man. A lot of these things that we have and a lot of what our first shoe, I wish I had it. Our first sneaker is through a person that I met in LA, Brittany Perry. She has her own company called
Shout out Brittany.
You know what I'm saying? And she connected us with a sneaker manufacturer in Portugal because I wanted to make a sustainable shoe. I only knew about the manufacturers that I knew about, Pakistan and China and things, but I wanted to really get to somebody I could trust. And she opened it up to this guy, Bernardo. Shout out to Bernardo. Shout out to Bernardo. And, he made our samples for free. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I really like this business. I didn't know he was going to be like, yo, I help you with that. Most people charge for that, but he was really like, yo, I'm invested in this. Like, I'm going to help y'all regardless to build this out because I really believe in this. So getting your business plan in order because we to this day, we haven't sold anything, right? And we've won national competitions. We've gotten money from the government. We've got money from, these different companies. We've got technology built for free. And we haven't sold anything. Get your business plan together and what you're doing and sell that to people, and then people will invest in you. And I know it sounds wild. It sounds crazy, but it's literally that. People are looking at the longevity of the situation. You can't listen unfortunately, you can't listen to your family. You got to listen to people who doing business. Because they can tell you what you right or wrong. They can give you some pointers. Like, the help is there, man. There's 1 billion people on the planet. Just ask. Ask, and you shall receive.
And learn how to take criticism. Yeah. You're going to get some criticism in this business, you know what I'm saying? Doing the thing you do, whatever you do, you're going to get some criticism. And it's okay. You're going to have to take that. Take it to the chin or learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Criticism is the fuel to the fire, as we like to say. So,
yeah, man, that's it, man. Create opportunity in the space given. That's my favorite quote. Don't ever be boxed in.
No.
Great opportunity in the space given. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
I think I'm about to
It's an important quote. I say to all my creative friends, like, create opportunity in space given. Because at one point, I was just living in Portsmouth, y'all. I was just living out here. I wasn't working with all these people. I didn't have DrinKicks. I was just living, making clothes. I had a little buzz. But I created my opportunity and where I was at. I didn't say, oh, man, I ain't doing nothing here until I moved to New York. I ain't doing nothing until I do this. I was just like, dog, I just got to make it happen in this right here and see what happens.
That's what's up. I like that. That's what's up. So, how can the people find you, learn more, reach out, all that good stuff? Social media, tags, all that good communication.
Our website, www.drinkicks.com, DRINKICKS. DrinKicks at DrinKicks on Instagram, at just DrinKicks on Twitter.
Oh, it's a reverse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's
And where can we get the sneakers? When the sneakers coming out? That's what we want to know.
Well, let me give them that. Give them the socials again.
Yeah, that's all right.
At what is it? Just DrinKicks on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So we get that back.
At Just DrinKicks on Instagram. DrinKicks on Twitter.
Yep.
You said just DrinKicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, just DrinKicks on Twitter. At
Just DrinKicks.
It's a
on
mouthful.
Instagram.
Yeah, I know. We be going out.
Yo, we trying to get our page on Instagram, yo. At DrinKicks. If anybody could get us that page back, because right now we're at just DrinKicks on Instagram, and we need just DrinKicks back. Whoever that is that's trolling, we need that back. But until then, follow us on Twitter too. At DrinKicks on Twitter. But yeah, if anybody know how to get just DrinKicks by itself from Instagram, yes.
And the kid on YouTube. I know where you live.
Yeah, we need all the IP back. Y'all forgot we own that trademark, so y'all go look it up.
All right, so y'all got a dynamic duo? Song and dynamic. Nah, I want to hear the dynamic duos first. You guys got a dynamic duo. I'll start off. Mine is eggs and cereal. Everybody, people think I'm weird for having that for breakfast. I don't put the egg in the cereal. I got egg on the side, but I got a bowl of cereal with me. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's
Nice.
the breakfast of champions.
I ain't gonna lie, I love cereal though. Cereal and milk is definitely.
Cereal, the real soul food.
It is though. It is. And I've been able to design like 8 cereal boxes, and I tell you, like, I grew up loving cereal, so cereal and milk is gotta be, like.
That's a duo?
Yeah, yo, it gotta be it, bro. Like, it's a lifestyle for me, bro.
It's definitely for me is that mac and yams. You feel me?
Ooh, that's
Really?
fire.
That's
Hey, wow.
Okay.
Undefeated.
I never heard of that combo.
It's crazy.
Mac and cheese and like yams?
Hell no. I mean, I don't like mac and cheese that much anymore.
Yeah, it's
I don't do cheese, bro.
yeah, but the cereal we doing almond milk, man. We doing almond milk.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to switch my almond milk. I gotta go back to the real stuff.
You gotta go back to the real.
Yeah.
Yeah, try
Yeah.
lactate.
No, I mean lactate. That back at home, my mom used to get that, but I don't know. Lately, it's just almond milk's good, but I've been missing that.
That cow feeling.
Yeah.
that utter taste. That raw utter taste.
This is crazy on the sustainability episode. Hey, but
Yeah.
you can actually make materials from milk. You actually can make materials from milk. So y'all check that out. Yeah.
Get the canned condensed milk and put some water in it. You know what I'm saying?
That's usually back at home.
Them times, boy. Them times was real.
Well, we didn't have no milk in the fridge.
crazy
There's
struggle.
always that canned
That's
milk in the.
crazy
There's always a
struggle.
canned milk in the cabinet.
It's
So
all
my parents
yeah.
Don't know why it's in there, but
Yeah.
My parents would piss me off at that joint. They do it. I don't even want the cereal no more.
He's like, give me the real joint or nothing.
Yeah,
Give me the real joint or
I'll eat it
nothing.
dry, bro.
I've never had the can. Only just the
The
2.
evaporated
Just
milk.
the 2%.
Yeah.
milk.
Just the
Yeah,
2%, yo. The
yeah.
2%.
When there was nothing else in the fridge, no one's going to the market. There's always that can.
Oh my God.
That joint lasts forever.
I be
Throw some
watching
water
them
in there
do
and
it.
then put the cereal in there.
Mhm.
Yo, you good.
I be
And if you got frosted flakes, it is good because now it's
Bussin'.
sweet. Now it's
Now it's
sweet.
busting.
Do it with
This is
frosted
crazy.
flakes. Yeah.
We literally, it was just water. We got milk. That's it.
Hey, look, it was
It was-
different times back then. All right.
Can is crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
wild.
It's either eat that or eat sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
crazy.
hungry for real.
That is
Cereal
crazy.
here.
Crazy starvation right there.
For real,
That's
for
wild.
real. My duo, I'm struggling, but I had some apple pie. I made some apple pie yesterday.
Fire.
And
Vanilla ice cream.
yeah, I need to go cop some. So that's gonna be mine. Apple pie and ice cream.
I like that though. It's one of my favorites too. I ain't gonna
It was National Pie Day yesterday, so yeah, shout out to that.
lie. Shout out to National Pie Day. That's hard.
Okay, got duos. Next one,
Oh,
song.
song to describe, your
One
journey
each.
here. One each. Love for DrinKicks, hate for Arthur. Anything?
Say, I think song "Kick Push" by Lupe Fiasco.
I think. Do we have that on there already? I like that song. That's a good song.
Fire. I like that one. Man.
That's a good song.
It's a couple of ones that I ain't gonna lie.
It's a couple.
That give me hype. Jay-Z, You Don't Know, gets me hype. Hustler Music, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
So those two, I say, like,
Yeah.
Hustler Music, just, you get into it. And then Jay-Z, You Don't Know, he's like, yeah, he's talking about becoming the 40 million boy. Like, I felt that. That whole verse.
Hustle
like,
Music's already on the EVE.
On the, yeah.
That's crazy. Who put that on there?
I don't know. I must have got that from before.
Crazy. Someone put that
1
on.
billion, 2 billion, 3 billion.
And you said
4.
you don't know by Jay-Z?
Yeah.
It must be a local thing. Y'all must love that song.
Hey, it's just the way he talk. He's talking like, yo, I'm making these business plays. I'm making this. Look, next time y'all see me, what? 80 million, boy. Like, what? I'm like, I feel it. Like, I like, let's go. Like, let's make that. Let's get that. Let's get that. It's $1 trillion market. Let's get that 80 million.
Bad.
Bet. Well,
I think that covers everything. So, hey, this was a really dope episode. This was an hour and a half. This is one of our longer ones that we've done, but this has been great conversation. Thank you guys for allowing us to come to the space, using this space, showing us around, talking about your business.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Staying connected, all that good stuff, right? So we really much appreciate it. Anytime we have a guest, we love the support. For those watching at home, make sure you're following on YouTube, Everybody Eat Show, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Everybody Eat Show. Stay tuned for more content, more episodes, more partnerships, more collabs, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys next week.
Kicks coming in
Everybody eats.
October.
October.
Kicks coming in October. Be on the lookout for the next next sample.
I'm gonna try to get mine.
Oh yeah, for
Get
sure.
the app.
yeah, we got y'all. We got y'all, man. It's gonna be a nice little rollout. For sure.
Bet.